Good, happy Monday evening, November 16, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this evening edition of The News with Riley King. Let's begin. First up, we're going to take a look at your COVID-19 dashboard from Johns Hopkins University in Medicine. Let's take a look at that right now. And here's a look at that Johns Hopkins University in Medicine COVID-19 dashboard. Global cases are 54,785,073. U.S. cases are 11,172,779. Global deaths are 1,322,400. U.S. deaths are 247,019. And that is a look at your COVID-19 dashboard from Johns Hopkins University in Medicine for this evening. Now let's get to your news. Texas surpasses 20,000 virus deaths, second highest in the U.S. Texas has surpassed 20,000 confirmed coronavirus deaths as COVID-19 continues to surge in the United States. Biden-Harris delivered remarks on economic recovery. Following an economic briefing with labor and business leaders, Biden and Harris delivered remarks on economic recovery and the pandemic and in the long term. Harris was the first to speak and stress the necessary work of getting the pandemic under control, as she and Biden have emphasized the pandemic and the economy are intertwined. The road ahead, it will not be easy, but the president-elect and I are hitting the ground running because we all know the challenges facing America today are great. The American people deserve no less, and we don't have a moment to waste, she said, introducing Biden. Biden said their earlier conversation with American union leaders and business executives reinforced his belief that representatives from across the aisles are ready to come together and combat the virus to build back better. Hunkering back to an early campaign slogan. I wish you could have heard corporate leaders and major labor leaders signing from the same helm here, Biden said, touting his ability to bring the groups together. Biden went on to praise the vaccine news from Moderna and Pfizer, but warned that developing the vaccine and distributing it to Americans are two different issues. As the Trump administration still hasn't recognized Biden as the president-elect, preventing his access to federally allocated transition resources, Biden sorry about that, everyone. We lost our thing there. Sorry. Okay, here we go. As Trump administration still hasn't recognized Biden as president-elect, preventing his access to federally allocated transition resources, Biden said every representative at the economic briefing agreed that the sooner Biden has access to the administration's vaccine distribution plans, the smoother the transition for the benefits of the American people. He also called on Congress to pass the HEROES Act. The House passed COVID-19 relief legislation, which Senate GOP leaders has not brought up for a vote. Before bordering his remarks on how he would make the economy work better for Americans for all walks of life. It was the pair's first joint economic focused remarks since they were projected to win the election. The remarks came more than an hour after they were scheduled to begin speaking from the Queen Theater in Wilmington, Delaware on Monday afternoon. Biden opened the floor for questions following the remarks. GSA officials blocking Biden's transition appears to privately plan post-Trump career. Emily Murphy has the power to decide when a transfer of power begins. The top General Service Administration official who's blocking President-elect Joe Biden's transition team from accessing government resources ahead of his inaugurational appears to be looking for a new job, according to a message obtained by ABC News. Emily Murphy, head of the GSA, recently sent that message to an associate inquiring about employment opportunities in 2021, a move that some in Washington interpret as at least tactical, acknowledging that the current administration soon will be gone. Michelle Obama urges nations leaders to respect election outcome. This isn't a game. Our love of country requires us to respect the results of the election, she said. About 90K sex abuse claims filed in Boy Scouts bankruptcy. Close to 90K sex abuse claims have been filed against the Boy Scouts of America as the deadline arrived for submitting claims in the organization's bankruptcy case. And let's take a look at your U.S. stock market and see how your U.S. stock market closed for this Monday evening. And here's a check of how your U.S. stock market closed for this Monday evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in green, went up. Your Nasdaq closed in green, went up. S&P 500 closed in green, went up. Gold closed in green, went up. Oil closed in green, went up. U.S. 10-year closed in green, went up. Euro/USD closed in green, went up. And VIX closed in the red and went down. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's take a look at your weather, your tonight's forecast across the United States. Let's take a look at that right now. And here's a look at the weather across the United States for all of you right now. In Boston, it is 35 degrees and a moon and clouds. In New York City, it'll be 41 degrees with moon and clouds. In Washington, D.C., it'll be 37 degrees with moon and cloud. In Atlanta, it will be 39 degrees with moon and stars. Jacksonville, Florida, 51 degrees with moon and stars. Tampa Bay, Florida, 59 degrees with moon and stars. And Miami, Florida, 74 degrees with moon and cloud. In Dallas, it'll be 43 degrees with moon and stars. In Phoenix, it'll be 58 degrees with moon and stars. In Las Vegas, 49 degrees with moon and stars. Los Angeles, 56 degrees with moon and a cloud. And San Francisco, it'll be 54 degrees with clouds. And that is a look at your weather across the United States this evening. And that is it for this evening edition of The News with Riley King. Thank you for watching this evening edition of The News with Riley King. Have a great rest of your Monday evening. See you back here tomorrow evening for another edition of The News with Riley King. Good night and goodbye, everyone. I'll have the news for coming up